So yeah,
Yeah, lots
trebuchets
of,
won't be hurt as much.
lots of forest to move through. But no RT on either side. Okay, Prince, take us away. Let us see what's in this huge Bretonian army.
Huge Bretonian army. Well, I think we have 3 units in the... well, 2 units in the air. Double Paladin, both with Guardian. Have Fey Enchantress on a Unicorn with Earthblood, Awakening the Wood, Mist thing, and Life Bloom, of course. Then we have for the archers, looks like... I think that's 2 box arrows, 3 box arrows, and just a regular peasant bowman unit. I like that a lot. We do have a bunch of peasant mob, 3 I think, yeah, 3, not 5, and a few spearmen, 2 of them, I believe. Oh no, 2 more in the back, so 4 spearmen actually. Last but not least, we have the... oh, okay, this is very interesting. Have a unit of Grail Knights and 2 questing knights. Make that 3. Make that 4? No, 3. And one's a Knight of the Realm. So still a pretty heavy cav force here for Alrik, like the Grail Guardians as well. So I feel like he's probably gonna use that in the blob with his Fae as well. So that could work very well. But anyway, we're going.
Yeah, the Dark Elves are just rushing straight forward with a line of Dread Spears. Some Masters here. Are they on Cold Ones? They are on regular horses. And 2 War Hydras, the real centerpieces of this army. Alrik sees this exposed unit of Dread Spears and is just piling on it with everything he has. While the Dark Elves, they're just gonna abandon that unit and rush the rest of their forces forward, trying to get to those archers most likely.
Yeah, Dark Rider's trying to go around the Bretonian flank, but it's not working out. Ooh, Questing Knight's actually getting a rear charge into those Dread Spears. And those Grail Guardians are taking out the Cold One Knights, but I don't know, they're a bit too far out of position, I would say still. So,
and Alrik is just relentless right now. He's standing back with part of his army, but rushing part with another part of his army. And that's a really good play by Bretonia, because it's kind of forcing a lot of the Dark Elf units back. Although one Cold One Knight has found the backline, but it's rushing into a Questing Knight. And the Questing Knight didn't charge, so it's not a good fight for the Questing Knight, but I do think that it will eventually, especially if the spear reacts, just will make mincemeat out of this Cold One Knight, because Questing Knights are just so superior.
I don't know. Well, the Fae's taken a lot of damage, probably from the Manticore, I didn't see it, but you know, I feel like still, you know, he could have waited a bit for his infantry, but yeah, it might still go alright for him. Lots of peasant bowmen shooting into that War Hydra of Evenstar, but Evenstar is managing to get into the peasant bowman line with a Dark Rider, so, you know, Alrik Prowl definitely not protecting his peasants with his cavalry properly. That should never have happened, considering the amount of cav he has.
True, but it's like half a peasant bowman for probably a whole Dark Rider with shield, because that Dark Rider with shield is now going to get destroyed really quickly by this Knight of the Realm, I think. I don't think he's getting out of there. But yeah, really the bigger issue is this fight here in the center, where the War Hydras are just killing the blob surprisingly well, together with the Masters, together with the Supreme Sorceress. And Alrik is going to pull out of that. Oh my god,
Yeah.
the Dark
Well,
Elves with actually the upset. Like, what was that?
Yeah. Well, he just charged downhill without... yeah, he charged downhill, which is nice, but he didn't have any other support, just single entities and the Grail Guardians, which are cool, you know, but... no,
Yeah, that's a good point. The early aggression was good, but he got stuck in a prolonged engagement that made it difficult. Because it didn't look like he was in range of his peasant bowman, which you always want supporting the fight.
Yes.
And he did get that, I mean, Evenstar, because he had to turn around, he did get the downhill charge on that engagement as well, which was a pretty big deal. It's a good point.
Well, important thing is, from what I saw, but maybe I just didn't catch it properly, it seemed like all the time with literally all the peasant bowmen, they were all targeting one war hydra that was not even in the blob fight. That's what I
Yeah.
saw, like when I
Yeah.
looked. So the pox arrows were not supporting the blob fight. I'd be wrong though, but that's what I saw, like whenever I looked. So
Yeah, so beating Alrik's Bretonia with Dark Elves, definitely no small feat, but last time Alrik also fought back after a loss and ended up winning the series 2-1, so he's shown that he's capable of doing that, and he might just tie it up in the next match here.
but he did lose Bretonia though, so
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Actually, a second Bretonia loss today.
Yeah.
Let's see what the next matchup is. Was that really over? The balance of power was pretty far gone, and I think he couldn't pull out any of his units anymore.
Yes. I think it was bad.
Yeah, the Fae was pretty hurt, the Hydras were healing, nothing was going to kill them. There were some archers in the backline that could have still done some damage, but you know, I think people are more and more discovering sort of the weakness of this Bretonian build. The Dread Spears in that battle were actually really good because there just wasn't anything to kill them, and when there's nothing to kill them and your cavalry has to kill them, then you're always going to be taking a fight of infantry and cavalry against your cavalry. And spears on by themselves don't kill Bretonian cavalry, but I keep mentioning it, one spear supporting a cav fight can make such a difference just by tanking a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Alrik had none of that, so I mean, he did have a peasant mob, but that's not the same thing.
No.
It's like an actual spear unit.
Alright, the Norska and Chaos pick from Evenstar, interesting.
Yeah. For me, like, Chaos is WC, so when I see Cha, I think of like charisma or something.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind first, actually.
Yeah, I used to abbreviate it CH, just take the first two letters, but then I figured, you know, it's Warriors of Chaos, so let's use a WOC. But as long as everyone knows, like, people differ on the abbreviations. Like, I use a TE for the Empire. A lot of people just write EMP, just take the first three letters.
Yeah.
In the end, if people know what you mean, that's the important thing.
So, Norska is also NOR, NR, and NRS.
Yeah, I think the thing that
NS.
makes the most sense is just NS, it's the shortest.
Yeah, NS, yeah. It's like 4 different ways of typing it.
Yeah. There's only one faction with an N though, so it's hard to get it mixed up.
So then, are we just gonna type N? I pick N.
People abbreviated it NO sometimes. It was like, someone picked their faction and the other guy was like, no.
No.
And the other guy was like, what?
Norska.
You're not allowed to pick this faction. Hydras do rout sometimes though. Yeah, their leadership is definitely, I would say, their biggest weakness. Even bigger than their weakness to fire. But yeah, in that battle they weren't going to get routed. Oh. Is it? Vampire counts! Once again, I like this pick. Chaos has no chance. Norska has a chance, but counts are pretty good against him, so I like this pick.
I don't remember the last time I saw Alrik play this faction. Why? He doesn't... I told him to learn VP. But... you know... looks like maybe he misunderstood me.
Yeah, Ghost actually could have been a pretty good pick here as well, potentially even better. But Counts have the tools, have the weapons to fight against Norska and definitely against Chaos. I would be very surprised here if and then he does it. Oh my god. Evenstar with the flex. Picking one of the most horrible matchups historically since Warhammer 1. Chaos against Counts.
Didn't he win, or like, what was it? There was a matchup which there was this matchup that Chaos won in one tournament. Was it Evenstar? Or was it?
I don't remember it. Maybe you saw something that I didn't.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I mean, Chaos does win it sometimes. Like even in, you know, games I've played, I've sometimes lost this matchup. But it's like I remember every loss, so that basically tells you. Like I can say it off the top of my head who it was against and everything. Like one against the man, there was one against, well, a player, I forgot his name, but I remember the game exactly. I took Helman Gorst and lost. And I think those maybe the only two. So yeah. Oh no, there was one I lost against Scribble, yeah. But anytime I lost this matchup, it was because of horrible misplays. And I must have won it, like, I don't know. I definitely lost count of that. So yeah, the thing is though, Alrik, I've never seen him play VC, and we saw in the ECL, I was gonna say Everchosen, but it was the ECL, that counter picking doesn't always work out if you're not playing the faction you're used to. But still, Count should have the advantage here, and if the meta is respected, then Alrik should be able to win this. But yeah, Evenstar earlier showed that he was quite, or that he is quite competent with counts himself, so maybe he knows how to counter them too. Who knows? Well, he is one game up, Satsuma, maybe that has something to do with it. Although in a best of 3, you don't really want to throw any game. But he must be confident, because it's not like he picked something and then got counter-picked and had no other option. It's more like he went for it deliberately. But to be honest, Norska isn't too good against counts either, so maybe he just thinks Chaos is better somehow. I mean, he can show us what he has up his sleeve. In any case, I don't expect any sort of standard build here. It must be something surprising.
Yeah. So, say Alrik wins this game. He's gonna have Empire for the last game.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of his main factions. So that could go very well, potentially.
Yeah, and he can pick 3 factions, so Empire will well, definitely be one of them, and then probably Norska, and we'll see what else. Yeah, we're not there yet. He has to beat Chaos first, and just, you know, the time it's taking kind of tells me that he doesn't have a preloaded build for this. Like, he's kind of thinking off his memory, like, what is it the vampire counts do again that makes this so lopsided in their favor?
Oh.
Yeah, he's experienced enough. He will have a general idea of what the main components of the army should be.
He could always pop up the Falcon army build. The guy.
Yeah. Yeah, because Falcon is such a fan of the vampire counts.
Right. So Alrik's ready before Evenstar, actually.
Yeah, and remember, we need to do the
the test, because this went
test.
so fast, yeah.
Well, just because I think it's good time to do it. Won't take too long, unless they kill like 20 Bestigors, then it's gonna take a while. Yeah, my bet was 11, by the way. I think they're going to kill 11 Bestigors, which is an insane amount. And Prince at 8. Now Prince will be playing the Bretonnians, so maybe he'll start messing up a little bit. If he notices that he's going to kill more than 8.
Yes, more than 8, yeah.
I could do the same with my bestivores. No, we're just going to rush them straight into each other, and one by one, and Prince is just gonna use his abilities. But before that, we need to finish this series, and man, it has been a while since I saw this matchup, and for good reason. Vampire counts have been dominating this matchup for a very long time, so I think the big question is, what is the Chaos Army bringing, Prince?
Okay, so for Chaos, we have Archaon, the ever chosen, on his horse. So now we got Slayer of Kings, Stand or Die, Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, and of course Kindle Flame. And for our big units, we have 2 Chaos Giants. I like the pick here against Counts. Then we do have Summoners of Rage. Those are ROR Dragon Ogres. Looks like 4 Chaos Warriors with Halberds and a Chosen with Halberds. And I guess he's just gonna make a box and move it forward.
Yeah, I think he has. I think he has made a mistake in his item picks. He picked the Slayer of Kings, which is an item we almost never see. I think he wanted the Crown of Domination, +4 leadership, immunity to psychology. The only thing I can think of, though, like reason for taking this, is that he might pop Slayer of Kings while also using Flaming Sword of Ruin for a massive damage increase that might allow him to quickly kill a Mortis Engine, although that seems optimistic, but we'll see. I do think the immunity to psychology and extra leadership would be more valuable. Okay, so Alrik is flying in. Has to be mindful, yes, to move other units up as well. The Blood Knights are coming in. Everything is moving forward. And yeah, the Terrorgeist and the Blood Dragon, they're looking for the breath. And here comes the first breath. One of the many things that makes this matchup awful. And oh man, that's the horrible start.
Both. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like half a unit gone. And once again, we've seen this. Oh no, those Chaos Warriors. They turned their backs because they wanted to face the Terrorgeist. And they got charged in the back. The Terrorgeist is going to be saved by the Blood Knights.
Blood Knights are taking damage though. So, I mean, this blob is like moving as a blob, as it should be. This is how you blob.
Yeah. The art of blobbing. Quite important in Warhammer, but you know, these Blood Knights will heal up eventually, although that was a lot of damage. And zombies come in, and yeah, the key thing here of course is this Claw of Nagash. It could drain this blob pretty well. Has to be careful of the giants. Oh, and the Terrorgeist is going in again. I think that was a mistake. Now it's stuck again. Now he has to commit again. Oh, but the Blood Dragon is here. I didn't see that. Yeah, he's going for Archaon.
The damage.
And Archaon, I think, is getting slaughtered here. Yeah, look at that.
We need a big heck there on the Blood Knights, because they cannot afford to. They're gonna go down very fast.
I mean, a Burning Head is coming in.
Oh.
But Blood Knight's not too vulnerable to that. And Archaon just took so much damage.
Okay. Nice the heck.
And look out how much Chaos is already dead, and the infantry hasn't even engaged yet. And the Mortis Engine is just killing this unit of Chaos Warriors, so yeah.
Alrik's infantry is all the way back again, look.
I mean, this Chaos Army had some potential, I would say, and some of the elements that you see other armies take, or factions take, to form like a strong blob that can beat the Vampire Counts, but I just don't see it happening here.
I mean, the Blood Knights are going down here, at least.
Yeah, they should not remain in combat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe he feels confident enough that he's winning this fight anyway, although
I mean,
he probably
I
shouldn't
be that confident. There's a lot of Chosen here. Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, Alrik shouldn't get too comfortable. I mean, really all he has to do in this battle is drain everything. Oh no, he's hitting his own
Blood Knights.
Yeah, the Blood Knights, why did they stay in combat for so long?
This is not good. He's about to lose both Blood Knights.
And some of his infantry is about to get wiped out as well. Oh man, is Chaos turning this around?
Well,
Rather,
their
is
Lord
Alrik throwing
dying.
this? No, Archeon is dying.
Yeah. There's still 2 giants and like really elite infantry.
Yeah, and the Blood Dragon is pretty hurt as well. Red comes in, hits the giant. Yeah, Archeon is gone. Mortis Engine is alive, it's draining.
Yeah. It was draining like 1 unit for a while though, so... Oh, but the giants are going for it. Let's start turning around. Yeah, chasing with both the Blood Dragon and the Terrorgeist. Not what we want to do. Okay, he stopped chasing. Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, just the Terrorgeist is enough. Or his bats. Like, bats just dove down into the halberds. But this is typically where you would use the bats to chase Archeon.
I don't know.
A nice cheeky charge there, just going straight back up by Alrik. Little micro trick there. And then the breath on the giant.
Alright. Yeah, Archeon should be off the field soon. He didn't die though. So.
But he's about
Also
to rout.
Yeah, and also that pulled away the Terrorgeist. So.
Yep, but Terrorgeist is regenerating, will be back. Kekope.
The Blood
Cope,
Dragon.
thank you for the follow.
Let's see what happens there.
Or G-Cope. Don't know how to pronounce that, but thanks for the follow anyway. Yeah, so Chaos actually standing strong despite Archeon dying, and I think the loss of the Blood Knights is attributing to that, but you can see the units are starting to break now. And it's just a game of keeping the Claw and the Gash alive here. And then if we can reunite with the Terrorgeist and the Blood Dragon, they should be able to kill the Giants.
Yeah. Oh, nice charge here into those Chaos Warriors. That should get rid of them. There we go. They got terrified. So, I mean, it's looking better and better for the counts now. I was gonna say the coast, but no coast here.
Yeah, I gotta keep in mind that Chaos has absolutely no regen.
Yeah.
While 3 of the... Well, does he have? No, the Blood Dragon does not have the hunger. But he's like... Everything is healing, is the point.
Also,
so even if you're ahead on the balance of power, it's just not enough a lot of the time.
That unit was never used, I think. I see there's like a sole unit of skeleton warriors off to the side.
Like, Alrik is not playing badly, but there have been some mistakes and suboptimal engagements.
Yeah.
Enough to compensate for it as well, but you can see that in other matchups that would kill you. Like, imagine losing 2 Blood Knights too easily against Bretonnia or High Elves. You would just be dead. And in this matchup, you can get back from it. Now, these Giants are still looking strong though. Well, one of them is. Once one of them goes down, I think the Terrorgeist and the Blood Dragon will easily kill the last one. Unless it keeps having halberd support, but really it shouldn't. But I think he's prioritizing getting rid of the stray halberds here.
Yeah, that's a good choice, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that one Terrorgeist disagrees, but he might be right. Let's see.
The Giant about to get a big hit here on the Claw of Nagash. I mean, Chaos, if they got a hit on the Blood Dragon there, like they're hanging in there. Like we keep saying it's looking bad for them and it's over and this and that, but well, mostly I keep saying that, but they're not giving up.
Well,
they still have some teeth in this fight. That's a pretty healthy chosen.
Terrorgeist.
Yeah, the Terrorgeist doesn't want to stay in combat here.
No. Overstayed is welcome for sure.
Wait, is Chaos doing this? Are they actually doing this seriously? Come on. They lost Archeon so soon, man. Well, now the mighty Mortis Drain comes in, but he needs some summons. Keep stuff off his Mortis Engine.
Remember the Skeleton Warrior.
Terrorgeist is dead.
That's very bad.
Man, Chaos is somehow doing this because this Giant has been left alive on a sliver of health for so long. Now he's dead.
Yeah,
but I think the Giant is gonna slap the Claw of Nagash.
Oh.
One more hit and it's dead.
Oh, this ain't good.
Oh my
And
god.
the Blood Dragon can't disengage.
No, what is it stuck on? Okay, the Mortis engine actually stabilized. This isn't over, but he has to get out of there.
Is that corpse of the giant like?
The corpse of the giant blocking him? I don't know what's blocking him, but it's really bizarre. It's like, yeah, it's the
can't.
corpse. The corpse
Yes.
blocked him. The giant. Oh my god.
The corpse.
The corpse of the giant blocked him. Otherwise, he might have still done that. And he was probably thinking to himself, like, why won't my lord move?
Yeah, well, unlikely still. I think he would have lost still, but yeah.
Yeah. But maybe if he takes some time to regenerate.
You know what lost him the game at the end is he sent in the Terrorgeist alone against the giant, and it got surrounded by halberds and giant. So one Terrorgeist against the giant plus halberds doesn't seem like favorable.
Like there was the. I mean, the build was alright. I can't criticize the build, but I think the Blood Knight usage, just the general engagement, and then the usage of the bats even. You could tell he was not very experienced with playing the vampire count. And Evenstar, he had his plan, he had his build. I mean, it looked like some things went really badly for him as well. Could have been better, but yeah, in the end, this is sort of the kind of build that beats vampire counts across different factions. Monsters, area of effect, we didn't really focus on that, but the area of effect did a lot, and halberds, like high tier halberds. Look at the Chosen, they were so tough.